as in a bombshell. I didn't ignore it. So you're saying that, and we're under the impression that they're not going to be together next year, that Kawhi will leave. So you're saying it's directly tied to
the Los Angeles
LeBron.
Lakers should be having meetings right now about what trade-up package they're going to offer the Spurs the day after the Spurs season is over, which could be shortly.
And the Clippers have already had those meetings.
Why?
Because look, people are paying attention to free agency. There's more ways to get players than just free agency. You can trade for them. And I also want to point something else out. As you think about what could happen with Kawhi, LeBron doesn't have to be a free agent this season. That's people forget that. LeBron has the Chris Paul option in his contract. LeBron can force a trade to somewhere. So a team that even is full right now, you say, well, they don't have cap space. If they could figure out a way to trade for Kawhi, they could force their way. And the reason that Kawhi has power about this is he's only got 1 year left on his contract. He doesn't have 4 years left. So if he goes to the Spurs and says, if you're going to trade me, I'm not going to sign an extension there. You can't trade me to Toronto. I'm not going to sign an extension there. You can't trade me to Milwaukee. He's going to say, I want to be traded to this team.
Wait, are you saying Kawhi and LeBron want to play together? I don't understand. Explain that to me.
Well, I'm going to tell you this way. If the Cavs get knocked out before the finals and LeBron has 6 weeks to think about things and 6 weeks to get in touch with Kawhi, things could get a little crazy. But just think about Philadelphia, for example. I could construct you a way that Philadelphia could trade for Kawhi Leonard and sign LeBron James.
Oh, my God.
That possibility
illegal.
exists.
Illegal. Cancel next season.
I think the point you have to look at here is what happens to Kawhi. Whether he gets moved and goes to a place and LeBron comes with him, or he goes to a place where maybe LeBron was looking at, like Philly. Like maybe Philly does a deal and trades for Kawhi and then doesn't need to go after LeBron and uses the cap space somewhere else. Or let's say LA trades for LA somehow, Kawhi goes to the Spurs and says, trade me to LA. Yeah. LA trades like a whole bunch of their pieces to get Kawhi. They don't now need Paul George to get LeBron. Now they can get LeBron because of Kawhi.
Okay, before we get to the weeds, Marcellus, I want to ask you this. The feasibility of the Cavs getting knocked out in the first round, you see them coming to LA?
I don't see that direct link. I don't think that LeBron saying, okay, I lost here, and with this young core, a lot of role players that were elevated, and Kevin Love, I'm going to go to the Lakers' young core of a lot of players on the rise, but still deemed role players. No one's a superstar or star just yet. Now you're going to take this same formula and move it west. I don't see how it really changes in the immediate future.
But what about what Brian just said? Kawhi?
That's different.
If you tune into Mornings with Keyshawn, George, and LZ, we've also had this conversation because we started actually debating about which combination of young players would we send to San Antonio that would not rob us of all of our youth, but get us Kawhi. And we started bouncing names around. So this is definitely a theory I think that's been floating around among basketball aficionados.
There's meetings going on across the league right now about what the package is going to be for Kawhi.
Okay, so your gut, Kawhi doesn't come back to the Spurs.
Right now, I would have told you 2 weeks ago that there's no way he doesn't come back. But the way events have happened, I'm now 50-50. Now, I reserve the right between 2 weeks from now to say, hey, they've mended fences and everything like that. But right now, if you're in the league and you're paying attention, you're getting ready to make a Kawhi trade offer.
The only thing I would caution against is doing your due diligence to make sure you understand exactly why they're in this predicament. Because it's been reported, and I'm not sure who's doing the leaking, that it's the presence of Kawhi's uncle/agent that began the rift with the team and with Kawhi. So you need to make sure, one, who's spreading that information, and two, if it's accurate, because you don't want to necessarily inherit something that could be toxic into your young locker room.
One other factor, Kerry, other factor. Kawhi is about to be a shoe free agent too.
There you go.
And if he signs with a new shoe company,
big baller brand,
because his talks with Jordan Brand have gone back. If he signs with a new shoe company, that may impact where he wants to play.
Yeah.
If, let's say, Adidas goes and gets him, well, Adidas maybe want him in a larger market than San Antonio if he's going to be one of the faces. Now, I don't see Kawhi as a face of a shoe brand, but Kawhi certainly does, and that's the way negotiations have gone. So there's a lot of things in play, and all I'm saying is here, things are going to happen. There's going to be transactions that happen that lead up to the bigger transactions, and we should be watching for that right now.
The small transactions. Brian Windhorst with the bomb. The fact that Nuggets, right? Here's the Kawhi and LeBron. We're watching that.